What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and I saw this article floated around and I immediately pulled up Internet Archive, the Wayback Machine, because what do we do with garbage articles from CBR, from people like Dustin Pinney? We archive them to not give them any ad revenue because this is trash. Just look at the headline. Star Wars. It's time to accept the real problem is the fans. Yeah, who wants fans of a franchise? Because, every franchise thrives without any fans, right? Fans are the entire reason that Star Wars came back, that Star Wars survived after the 70s and 80s. It was fans that kept it alive with the expanded universe. Fans are the reason that we got the prequels, which are very beloved now that we got the trash Disney sequel trilogy, aren't they? But let's take a look at this article here. Warning, the following article contains spoilers for The Rise of Skywalker. There are many legitimate reasons for not liking the recent Star Wars sequel trilogy. How you feel about the story is a matter of taste. The Star Wars franchise has existed for more than 40 years. It means different things to different people. Therefore, any new installment is virtually guaranteed to face criticism because it's impossible to please everyone. Where Star Wars fans run into problems, however, is their extreme reactions to the new film. Fans lash out, not because the movies didn't suit their personal taste, but because they offend their sense of identity. From review bombing to outright hate speech. Really, the negativity swirling around Star Wars isn't coming from objectively bad filmmaking, it's coming from the fans themselves. Review bombing. Imagine not liking a film and then telling people you didn't like the film from a review. Why is that a problem for fans to do? If you don't like a movie, should you just not review it? Is that what you would prefer, Dustin? And hate speech, you're just making that up. You could show me screenshots, I suppose. I mean, I'm sure that of the millions and millions of people, maybe one or two has said some stupid stuff. The vast majority of people, you're talking about the problem is the fans. The real problem about Star Wars is the fans. Why don't you show me some screenshots? The majority of Star Wars fans have long agreed the original trilogy is excellent. Since then, there have been prequels, sequels, and spin-offs. While a significant portion of the audience finds common ground in the view that the sequels are disappointing, there are many fans who love them. Yeah, more and more. More and more every day that goes by when they see the crap that Disney Star Wars is putting out. However, both of those previous trilogies were released at a time before the ubiquity of social media. As a result, most audience backlash was relegated to first fanzines and later online forums. In our modern age, however, everyone's connected, can instantly share their opinions. When looking at many of the criticisms of the sequel trilogy, a lot of unrest centers around what a fan thought or hoped could happen. Following the 2015 release of The Force Awakens, fans came together to theorize about a number of the film's unresolved story threads, including Rey's parentage, Kylo and Rey's perceived romance, and speculation regarding that. After 2 years of furious debate, 2017's The Last Jedi revealed Rey's parents were nobodies and unceremoniously killed Snoke and didn't allow Reylo. Oh my god. When the movie didn't go the way they expected, a vocal contingent of fans became angry. They review bombed sites like Rotten Tomatoes. Again, review bombed. Saying that you didn't like a movie is not review bombing. Jesus. Harassed actors and filmmakers and produced countless video essays chronicling the purported sins of The Last Jedi. Yeah, how dare anyone make a video about a movie being bad? Only make videos about movies being good, guys. I'm writing an article about fans being bad, but please don't make any videos. The Rise of Skywalker was similarly met with backlash, albeit largely from a different corner. Those upset that Rey and Kylo's arc didn't culminate in romance. No, there's a lot more people than that, buddy. While Ben Solo, although those are the ones that are giving death threats to people, I agree with you there. Maybe that's the only thing you're seeing. While Ben Solo found redemption, he didn't survive the film. Like virtually any fandom, when like-minded Star Wars devotees gather to share theories, likes, and dislikes, it can create an echo chamber in which they find their reviews reflected back upon them and thus validated. Buoyed by a sense of entitlement, theories can morph into certainties, and when those expectations aren't met, some fans lash out. So, like virtually any fandom. So maybe, is this not a Star Wars fan thing that you're talking about? Is this just fandom in general? So you don't want fans of anything anymore? Fans are the problem, Dustin. Thank you. Although such backlash isn't new to Star Wars, Jar Jar Binks actor Ahmad Best recalled that intense criticism of his reviled character from the prequel drove him to contemplate suicide. You know what? That is very interesting that Ahmad Best said that. Because, you know, that wasn't about fans. That was from people in the media. That was from people in the media that just absolutely destroyed his character and talked about how his character was a racist stereotype. I mean, I guess we could just look at what Ahmad Best says, couldn't we? Let's see. Jar Jar Binks actor Ahmad Best considered suicide. Let's see. 20 years later, I faced a media backlash. Not a fan backlash, a media backlash. And this is in the era where social media didn't really exist. Just like you yourself said in your article, Dustin Piney. I faced a media backlash that still affects my career today. This is the place I almost ended my life. It's still hard to talk about. This is from Ahmad Best. A media backlash. So just stop talking about fans being the reason for that. That's you, Dustin. Let's see. But it's certainly been magnified by social media. Okay. Actress Kelly Marie Tran was driven from Instagram by harassment of fans who disliked her character Rose Tico. You know what? Go watch Ichibaka's video about the Kelly Marie Tran harassment and how people were talking about how they didn't like her character. Now, is that some kind of personal, were people being vitriolic in that? I don't think so. People are talking about racist things being said about Kelly Marie Tran. Again, you got to find people. You can't pull one or two comments out of millions. And also, just like Ahmad Best, a lot of this things that Kelly Marie Tran was having an issue with were not even fans. It had to do with making this transition and not able to handle this transition into the spotlight, with being criticized by feeling from people in Hollywood, that she would always be a background character. She just even said that. Now, she's been very wishy-washy since then because everyone came out to say, oh, the fans harassed her off Instagram, off social media, when really she was kind of making a lot of statements about Hollywood in general. But, let's forget about the past, kill it if you have to kind of thing. The film's writer and director, Rian Johnson, has famously sparred on Twitter with trolls. Yes, Rian Johnson has engaged people on Twitter with his blue check mark and his thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of followers. He has engaged with fans on Twitter in fights. And then here, even went so far as delete 20,000 tweets in hope of depriving them of ammunition. He deleted those tweets so that people couldn't James Gunn him. Let's be honest. However you feel about how that happened. That's why Rian Johnson deleted those tweets. Come on. And star Daisy Ridley left social media in 2016, following the release of The Force Awakens, and has vowed never to return. That's interesting that you didn't say that fans did something to her. That's very interesting because it wasn't because of fans. Just like Ahmad Best, let's just open up the proof. Daisy Ridley leaves Instagram after backlash over anti-gun violence post. That is why she left Instagram. Not because she was harassed for being a woman, because people were making sexist remarks. That's not what happened. So it's interesting that you didn't mention that in your article. Heck, before Force Awakens was even released, actor John Boyega drew racist criticism because of his character Finn was a black stormtrooper. Racist stereotypism, really. You know what happened was people that don't know anything about Star Wars said, hey, why is there black stormtroopers? I thought they were all clones. So these people that are maybe very casual Star Wars fans and didn't really understand some of the lore aspects about Star Wars didn't think that there could be, that they thought that all stormtroopers were still clones, which is why a black stormtrooper was surprising. It wasn't racist people making a big deal about it because you had a black character. Jesus. One could argue that those fans simply voicing their opinion of a character or a screenplay. That argument is void, however, once a racial slur or sexist comment is uttered. I suppose it depends what your idea of a sexist comment is. Is it saying that your character's a Mary Sue? That's not sexist. I'm sorry. That argument is void, however, I read that. Was Harrison Ford abused for agreeing to be in a movie where his character was killed off and he failed to save his son? Was Luke Skywalker accused of being a Mary Sue and he's able to project himself across the galaxy and fight Kylo Ren? So, there we go. Look, that is what you're saying. You're saying that a character that is a Mary Sue and calling them a Mary Sue is a sexist comment, and you cannot say it. That's what Dustin Piney, the CBR genius, the big brain CBR author, is saying. Loving Star Wars is not a bad thing. Being disappointed when you see when the thing you love changes into something else is understandable. It's natural to feel some dissonance when this concept in your life suddenly shifts. I sense a but come in, though. I sense a but, and it's not just this dude. At the end of the day, however, fans don't control who is cast in a movie, the story the writer decides to tell, or how we feel about it. We don't control how we feel about it, okay? The only thing we can control is our actions. Deciding to act in a way that shames someone, threatens someone's safety, or harms them in any way is unacceptable. These space fantasies about aliens and robots and magic didn't force any fan to disrespect others. The fan made that choice. Since 1977, Star Wars has delighted and inspired countless millions. The saga is that magical galaxy far, far away has touched the hearts of viewers from all walks of life. For a long time, women and people of color didn't get to see themselves as part of that world. Yeah, everybody hates Lando Calrissian. No one's ever heard of him before. Princess Leia, no one's ever heard of that character either. You're absolutely right. You're such a genius. Now they can sit in a theater, look up on the screen and see people like them being heroes and saving the universe from the kind of single-minded oppressors who may have tried to keep them down in their own lives. Yes, this is the end of these articles is always where these people take the mask off and expose who they really are. Yeah, so you're saying that everything in the Star Wars original trilogy was written by oppressors, single-minded oppressors who may have tried to keep them down in their own lives. If that kind of representation or inability to accept story choices that weren't yours prevent you from enjoying the movie, Star Wars isn't the problem. And yes, it's all your problem, fans, for not just accepting what we try to shovel down your throats, the garbage that's trying to put down your throats. It's your fault as a fan. If you don't like it, you don't need to tell anybody. You can't control what happens on screen, so why should you complain about it? Wow. Star Wars, it's time to accept the real problem is the fans. From Dustin Piney, whatever your name is, doesn't really matter. But yeah, I had to get that out there. Again, it is archived. I will put that archived link in the description of the video so you can read it if you want and you don't have to give them clicks. Because we shouldn't reward people for this kind of thing, at least in my opinion. I don't want to give him any money for reading his garbage thing, but I do like to come here and expose that to you guys so you guys know who Dustin Piney is, what CBR is putting on their website. Because yeah, it's your problem. You're a fan. You are the problem, not the writing, not the subjectively bad writing, as he said, you as a fan. But I got a little worked up in that, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I want to know if you think that he's right. Is the problem with Star Wars the fans, or is it maybe Disney, Lucasfilm, people forcing things down our throats and then having the shill media to try to back them up and attack the fans afterwards? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. I'll talk to you guys later.